Hello again, this is Dina, and I'm on the road again. Welcome back to all the people that have visited before, and hello to all the newcomers. I'm heading for the outskirts of Jerome, Arizona. Tomorrow I want to visit the town of Jerome and check out the shops and maybe even buy a few things. Tonight I'm going to camp on the outskirts of Jerome and explore around that area. It's a very beautiful area to go. I've driven through Jerome a couple of times, and this will be the first time that I actually will explore the area. So we're about halfway there, a little more than half. We're in Prescott Valley now on 89A North. Jerome's only about 24 miles away, and I'm not going there today. This is supposed to be a very scenic route going up in the mountains here. If I remember right, I think we're gonna turn left. I'm at my site. This is my site for the day. So I'm going to check my Google Maps to find out what I can explore around here. Change my shoes and all. And go to the bathroom. I shut my door temporarily so my neighbors don't hear me talking to myself in here. They're kind of close. They have a big tent, so the sound will carry some. I have my panels up kind of partially, mostly to keep it from getting too hot in here. I have my screens up, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this door and let air flow, and I may let it flow all night long, have a crack down and let it flow all night long. I love to sleep in fresh air, but all the back panels are up and the front ones are up for people that are walking by. As you can see, I'm not hitting my head on the top of the roof after I brought my bed up to 13.5 inches on the front side. I'm glad I didn't go 14 inches. I don't think I would have been comfortable with that. I think this is fine. I don't sit up straight. I kind of slouch, so that's fine for me. And I'm going to have a nice, comfortable bed to sleep on tonight. Tomorrow I plan on exploring a little bit and taking you with me. There's nothing really to explore in this campground. There's no trails that lead off. It's just a circle, I believe. I checked online on Google, and I didn't see any trails that are right off the campground. Sometimes you have a place where it is like that, but not here. So I'm not gonna do any hiking. I might walk around the campground just to look at it and to smell the trees. The trees are putting off their smell right now, and they do in May. And it's good for you to smell that. So I think I might walk around for that tonight. And I have everything set up. I'm not putting out my porta potty because I have a bathroom really close, and I can walk there at night if I need to. I have flashlights. That's going to be cold, but not too cold. I'll be fine under the covers. I didn't bring any extra thick sleeping bags or anything. I just have my little light sleeping bag and my blanket and stuff. I don't see a lot of bugs up here. I saw a ladybug and flies. No bees, which is good. And so I got the screens up to keep them from coming in. Seems kind of warm on the front of my van because that's facing the western sun, but it's cooler back here. And with the breeze coming through, it's nice. I'll be going to bed early tonight for sure to get some nice sleep and so I can explore tomorrow. I'm tired. I've only had 5 hours sleep and then I drove up here. I guess I get excited right before camping. I don't get much sleep anyway, but usually I get more than 5. I usually get 6. And I try to get 7, but I can never reach 7. So I might even turn on my fans. Yeah, turn on my fans to help with it. I'm going to turn on my lights tonight. I have to find my batteries and put them up. It's going to be nice. I feel like walking today, though. I think I'll put on my boots and take a walk around the campground. See what it looks like. It says you can bring your horse here, but then they have it barbed wired. It's not good. I like to look at rock crops like this where water's been coming down. I don't have my boots on. Mostly I'm testing my camera to see how well it does with this little tripod that I screwed it on. See the barbed wire fence? It's laying down here, but still, you're not bringing a horse through that. I don't see an entrance for a horse. I don't know what they were thinking. It's your regular old lava rocks. That's kind of pretty over there. That's right in between, though the road goes around that way. So there's campgrounds on the other side there. You hear the trees rustle in the wind and smell the pines. It's good for me to get out here and walk. The elevation here is over 7,000 feet. I think it was 7,300. I want to see if the tripod makes a little smoother move when you're walking than if I'm carrying it. I see everybody put everything on a tripod, and they seem to be a little bit smoother than I am. So I'm giving it a shot and trying it. Yeah, this whole place is surrounded by barbed wire. I don't think it's to keep the animals out. It's probably to keep the people in. One of the things I like to do is collect rocks. Just pretty rocks. Doesn't necessarily have to be a gem or anything. Just fun. And then I just throw them in my yard. And it's just little, it's kind of like collecting magnets for me. And putting them on my fridge. It's collecting rocks and putting them in my yard. I do both. I especially like to look in places where water's been running because it kind of cleans off the rocks so you can see the colors better. Unfortunately, that's also where all the snakes like to hang out. So I always have to watch for snakes. In my own backyard, I found really dark green chips of rock, which I think is malachite. It wasn't shiny or anything, it was just dark chips. But I think I'm going to keep this piece. That'll be my special rock. Look at the bark on this tree. Isn't that nice? I guess that's from all the heat and dryness. I always listen for snakes, the rattle. Unfortunately, I have a ringing in my ear, a noise in my ear all the time. And sometimes I'll get that mixed up with a rattler sound. They blend in real good, so you always got to watch out. And they can jump the length of their body. I've seen it happen years ago. And a couple of people I was with, men, were coming back from shooting. And they were heading towards us. And the women were putting out blankets to start a picnic. And we were talking to them while they were walking up on us. And all of a sudden, a snake under a bush jumped its length of its body, which was about 5 foot, and then landed flat in front of him. The one that the snake was trying to strike saw movement out of the corner of his eye, and he did this funny little move to get out of the way. And the snake just landed in front. And so that was that. There's a lot of excitement, of course. Well, it's a little walk I got in today, not much. Plan on doing a lot of walking tomorrow. after I had dinner, I came in here, took a nap, and woke up, started preparing for the night. I decided to put the blackouts up and put the lights on, and it's nice and cozy in here. So I was laying down watching YouTube, about ready to fall asleep. So I thought I'd better get on and say, hey, still here, but I'm really enjoying my evening. It's very comfortable. I'm not as tired as I was, so it's kind of nice to watch some YouTube, and then I'll go to sleep. I'm very comfortable. Good night. See you in the morning. Okay, I'm awake. I've been awake for a few hours. Just waking up. Got my coffee. And I'm not going to cook a breakfast this morning because I don't want to drag everything out, cook and clean up. It would just take too much time for me. And I want to get on the road. I checked online and it seems that the town opens up a little bit later. Probably around 9 and 10. One place opened at 10, so I wasn't in a hurry to jump up and go. It will, by the time I get there, it should be open, and hopefully there will still be parking. This is Wednesday. Hopefully it's not too crowded. I am looking forward to seeing the town of Jerome and what it has to offer. I don't know if I'm going to be able to see it all today. There's going to be a lot to see, and there's a lot of things that I wanted to check out. I decided in the future what I want to do. I have to replace, I think, the Velcro around for my screens. They are starting to peel off. So I'm going to come up with a little more permanent way to put them on, I think. I think it's time for that. Also, I decided I want to buy like a double door garage screen. And I want to rig up a way so that when I can lift my tailgate, that I can put it around my tailgate and have a screened area to sit and look out. I remember this one camping trip there at Whitehorse where I lifted up the tailgate and put up a tarp because it began to rain. But I thought that would be nice to have that for other areas too. So to keep the bugs from entering into the van, it would be nice to have a screen. So I'm going to try to figure a way to rig that up in the future. I'm looking forward to that. I love coming up with ideas that make my life a little more comfortable. I really do like having the screens on my window, so I definitely am going to make that more permanent, I decided, and do it right. So I'm going to be buying more screen material, and I'll probably do a video on how I put it up. But I'm going to make it a little more permanent now because I've tested it for a year, and I enjoy having the windows down and the airflow coming through. So the screens are going to be important to keep the bugs and the bees out for me. So we'll see that in a future video. I've already got everything put away. I put the my privacy panels under my bed already, and started putting things back where they belong so they don't move around when I drive. I did find my lens cap. I found it under my seat. It took me about a week before I found it. It's black, and so is everything under my seat. So I found it, and the only glue I had was hot gun glue. So I glued it to the little strap, which came with the camera, and it had a little peel off on the end of it where you attached it to the lens cap, but that didn't last at all. That's why I was going around without the strap for the lens cap. That fell off immediately after I bought it. So that's why I lost the lens cap. So I took the hot glue gun and put a dab on there and glued it to the strap that's now tied to the camera here. But I'm still wary of it since it's all plastic. I don't want it to pop off. I don't know what else to do to make it permanent at this point. and I'm not going to try. I'm just going to keep an eye on it. But I'm getting ready to go. I no longer work out at Planet Fitness anymore. I'm not. I did that for the winter, but I stopped as soon as spring came because I figured, hey, I'm going to be camping, and it costs about that much a month. It was about $25 a month or something to be with Planet Fitness, and that's a night camping for me. So I decided to quit Planet Fitness and save that money for my campsites when I go camping. I'm going to try using this funky little tripod I have for the camera today, hoping that it's going to be smoother rather than as bumpy as carrying the camera. I don't know if it will or not. I tried it yesterday when I was walking around the campground here to test it to see if it ends up a little bit smoother. I'll try it at Jerome today, see if it works. If not, be back to carrying the camera. I'm really ready to go. All I have to do is put a couple of more things away, take my trash and go to the bathroom, and I'm on the road. Charging my battery to make it 100% on my camera so I don't run out. I don't want to talk too much because I'm already down to 42 minutes on my memory card. So I'm going to quit this now, and we'll see you next on the road and then in Jerome. Let's see what we can visit today. I'm looking forward to this trip. We'll see you later. All right, let's go. Jerome. It's only about 13 minutes away. There's a few things I like about having my minivan. One is going up and down mountains. It's light enough that it easily does it. The other is parking. When you go to these small towns, there's really not a lot of parking. And Jerome is really small for parking. But I can park in a lot of places that other bigger rigs can't. So that I enjoy. I was thinking about it, and I want to give it up. It's just a tent on wheels. That's what I've turned it into. A comfortable tent on wheels. Easy to go and easy to come. Easy to pack up and go while everybody's still taking down their tents. I'm already gone. My biggest purpose is to see things that I haven't seen before. Not so much just to camp. I've camped all my life. It's the same old, same old. Beautiful, but hanging around the campsite isn't always the best for me. I like to see things. And I came here to see the town of Jerome. I want to see it early because of the parking situation. If I get a chance to park and walk around. But there's a couple of other places I'd like to see if I have time too. I don't know if I'll have time for it. And of course, this is good if it's just one person. If you have a family, this isn't ideal. Even a partner, it'd be too cramped for having a partner. For me, it would be. I like space. I feel so refreshed after having all that sleep. I really don't know that much about Jerome, other than it's a mining town and that they've been mining here for some time. Before the miners, even the Native Americans of this area were picking up gems, I don't know, gold, copper, and trading it with other tribes. And that there's some ruins here that are about 1,000 years old, close by here. Entering Jerome. I'm not even sure where I'm going. Town limits. Road narrows. See how hard it would be to find a place to park? This is just right on a sheer cliff. I don't know what time this place opens. One place at 10 o'clock and it's 9:30 now. There's a state park here. Maybe I could check that out. Maybe that opens. That's open. We're at 5,000 feet. Wicked City Saloon. Ghost Town Tours, Jerome, Arizona. It's a Holy Family Catholic Church. Obviously the fire. How in the heck do you park straight like that? This is a one-way. People are already parked. Wow, it's already getting crowded. There's parking fees. Oh, no, I'm gonna park because somebody's behind me. All right, $5 to park. But do I want to park now is the question, or do I want to go to the state park? Nothing's open. Let me check. All right, let's try the state park first. They're open and one way. I want to come back here and park and look around. But first, let's go to the state park. I cannot imagine parking at the state park and walking up here. Wow, there's everything up on the hill. There's that famous hotel hospital thing that everybody talks about. a haunted place. Apparently it can't be too haunted if people are living here. 9 a.m. to 4:30. This is entering fee area. My goodness, I hope they take cards because I don't know if I have cash. This place looks like it could be crowded at times. Well, that was nice to see the museum. I saw a lot of mining stuff, of course, at this museum. But also things that were in the hospital, things that miners used, including shoe polish, which I forgot all about. I remember being young and people still using shoe polish, like my grandparents. And the shoe horn, remember that? Also, there were some like old bottles. And years ago, in a place I lived in Floreston, California, it was on the side of a hill, and I found this old bottle. Well, that old bottle was in this museum, and it said that they put gin in the bottle with some herbs, kind of a medicine thing. And it looked just like the old bottle I found years ago, which I no longer have. A lot of rocks and ores. Mostly all mining stuff. Now I'm going to try to head. It was $7 to get a parking place here, I guess, all day. So if nothing else, you can always park here if you want to come back and recenter yourself. You know, you always have this place to return to, since you paid for it for all day. But right now I'm going to see if I can try to get downtown and walk downtown. That's probably why people have chairs and stuff up here. They're going to be here all day on the black pavement. That'd be a little too hot for me. I don't know how old these buildings are, so I'm not going to even guess. But it looks like an abandoned building. There is parking downtown that you can pay for $5. Oh, at the state park, I got my passport book stamped and a magnet. That's always fun. I use GPS for everything. If it's available, I use it. Most of the time it directs me to the right places. Looks like the town is open, so I can start walking around. having a blast. I just walked the main street of Jerome. Went into a couple of gift shops. Bought something for my cousin that I'll be seeing in about 2 weeks. Got me magnets. I have gotten my passport stamped and 2 magnets. One for here and one for the Jerome State Park. Also bought me some freshly popped kettle corn. It's got caramel on it, and it is so good. Now I'm off to see some ruins, if I can get in. I went through every gift shop. I didn't go through the wineries. I don't drink. So we'll be heading down towards Clarksdale to see these ruins. It's around there, about 17 minutes away. So that was very nice to see that. I've never seen it before. I got my passport book stamped, picked up another magnet. So I'm just raking it in. I've got, I don't know, 3 magnets now, I think. One for the state park, one for Jerome, Main Street. And then one for this place. 2 stamps. One in Jerome and one here. One at the state park, I guess. And one here. Let's go see Montezuma's castle. And then I'll head home. I hate to say I came all this way, camped overnight, and did not see Montezuma's castle. So I gotta go. Montezuma Castle's about 36 miles from this place. That's about right. And then I should start heading home, because it is now 1:30. I got myself a nice shady spot. Alright, I'm going to go in and see what this is all about. Alright, I'm leaving Montezuma Castle and heading home. I believe this trip was a success. I got to do everything I wanted to do. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to see it all. I was hoping I would, because I don't come into this area very often. But I got my stamp book, my passport book stamped at Montezuma, and another magnet. So I'm doing good. Well, that's it for this trip. It's a long ride home, over 3 hours. I hope you enjoyed the trip with me. That's it for now. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.